As a new ballet springs into production, the Dayton Performing Arts Alliance is in the midst of another creative collaboration.
I just find it endlessly fascinating to watch the work that Karen does with the dancers in the studio, because she's, in a way, essentially doing the same job that I do, but in a different medium, a different discipline with different language. It's always interesting to see how someone else handles the interpersonal relationship with the artists.
For every minute of choreography you see, it's between an hour and 2 hours of work. But you really have to find things within the music, within the layers, to be able to start to pull steps from it. I can remember times when I would see a phrase in my head and then look and see that it actually came to fruition. It's just mind-boggling. That's what I thought in my head. This is so great. It's also nice to see what the dancers have to bring to it. I mean, you might give them something, it may not work, and so you're seeing where they're gonna go with it. But that's a really important way for a dancer to grow, because it helps them become choreographers themselves. It helps them to listen to the music better. They become part of the creation. People will say, oh, it's Karen's ballet, and I always say, you know, it's not my, because I didn't do that step, they did that step.
The preparation routine for the musicians and the dancers is very different. The dancers, take a fairly long period of time to learn the work.
Standard is a 5-week rehearsal period to put on a show. And then our weeks are normally 6-day weeks, working about 9 to 5.
The musicians, on the other hand, they have the music in hand about a month ahead of time, and they work on their own.
For us to put together a ballet performance in 3 rehearsals, including a dress rehearsals with the stage and everything else, is a fairly normal occurrence, and it sounds insane, but that's the way we do it. As long as everyone does their homework, we're good.
Neil is wonderful, Neil Gittleman, our conductor, because he will come into the studio and watch and read the music at the same time.
I spend time in the ballet studio watching the piece and learning what happens and making little squiggles in my score so that I know what's happening in the dance vis-a-vis the music.
We can't ask for more than that, and I think that that's one of the key components to getting it right.
Dancing to live music is so much better. I love it.
When we're dancing with the Dayton Philharmonic, you can feel energy in the building. It's just a complete package.
You can hear the instruments better. You can really hear the soul of the violinist.
The spontaneity and the energy that you get in a live performance that you can't really get anywhere else. And that's what makes it so exciting.
It's the difference between a microwavable meal or a 5-star restaurant. I mean, you're gonna get full one way or the other, but how do you do it?
The new ballet is about the decisions we make in our journey through life. 4 weeks from curtain, creative decisions are beginning to take their final form.
We might finish it today or tomorrow, so I don't actually know how it's gonna end yet.
Now I don't even have the music for it. 3 weeks before the first rehearsal, the librarian has the parts ready for us to pick up.
One of the challenges of playing a new piece of music is there are often no preconceptions about what's supposed to happen.
It's all a mystery until we get to the first rehearsal and put it together. And sometimes it just clicks and it makes sense, and sometimes we're all looking at each other like, what's going on? So that's why we have Neil.
Creating something new takes inspiration, energy, and courage.
The anxiety starts back up when you get into the theater, and then you look at it for the first time as an audience viewer and you think, what the heck did I do? But you just have to walk away and trust that the baby will come out perfectly with all 10 fingers and 10 toes, and everybody will be happy.
It'll be an awesome show.
I love collaborating. I think the fact that we have this very unique collaboration between the Philharmonic and the Opera and the Ballet. I think we're still the only city in the States that has joined forces. It gives us the opportunity to do things that we otherwise wouldn't be able to do.
And those things are starting to bear fruit, and I think it's the arts, so it ain't easy. But I do think that we are stronger together than we ever were or would have been separately.